Hello, I'm Jashikins, and welcome to another episode of Jash Reads. Tonight, we are continuing to read Animorphs, number 11, The Forgotten by K.A. Applegate. And as always, this video is not intended for kids. This video is instead intended for adults who are discovering or rediscovering the joy that is Animorphs. And so, Amazon did this whole welcome to the Blumhouse thing where Blumhouse released 4 films over the course of 2 days. Not over the course of 2 days. They released 2 movies one day, 2 days the next. And as a horror fan, I'm like, okay, I'm going to check them all out. The best one was Black Box, sort of imagine a mix between Get Out and Black Mirror. Then Evil Eye was really good. Mother-daughter bonding. Basically, it had good themes and story that were solid throughout. The line was decent, and the ending, I like the ending, but the ending sort of makes it the weakest of those three. And don't watch Nocturne. Nocturne basically has, seems like it's just going to be, being too ambitious is bad because all these bad things happen. But instead of that being the message you get out of it, it's ambition is bad because you suck. And it's like, wow. And I mean, those two messages in Nocturne basically are there throughout. And uh, I'm not going to go on another 22-minute rant on that. I might have another video or blog post a little more concise. But yeah, if you follow me on Facebook, you'll have seen last night I released a 22-minute rant where I did not have a script. So if you've been with me for a long time, you know my tangent. So it's basically one big tangent, and it's just I really didn't like the movie. So so if you want to do that welcome to the Blumhouse thing, watch Black Box, Evil Eye, The Lie, and fucking avoid Nocturne. But okay, I tried to keep that rant short. I do not think I kept that rant short enough. Yes, people that are coming here to see an Animorphs dramatic reading really want to see a rant about a movie I hated. But anyways, let's continue. Dun, 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 dun! Nothing bad happens in this series. Okay, hang on. I misjudged the brightness here. Okay, that's tolerable. Okay, let's actually start now. Ta-da! 3:51 p.m. It's hard to be worried when you're flying. You feel so powerful, floating high above the heads of all the little people below you. People are so slow. They walk in little lines along sidewalks, always stuck moving in 2 dimensions. Left, right, forward, back. A bird moves in 3 dimensions and has a lot more going on when he's flying. There's the air temperature, the speed of wind gusts, the steadiness of the breeze, crosswinds, thermals, and humidity. Your wings and tail are constantly adjusting, extending your wingtips, spreading or narrowing your tail, altering the angle of attack. Fortunately, the Falcon's brain handles all of that. Because let's face it, as a human, I know basically nothing about flying. All I know is it's the coolest thing in the entire world. Marco and I flew along with Tobias till we spotted two other big birds of prey rising up toward us, Rachel and Cassie. Break it up a little, Tobias advised. We're going to draw every bird watcher within 100 miles. Spread out. Stop thinking like humans. We don't have to be bunched together to see the same things. He was right. Falcons, hawks, and eagles don't exactly fly in flocks together. And with the intense vision of our bird morphs, we could see whatever we were supposed to see from a quarter of a mile away. I wanted to get altitude because I was struggling with the dead air around me. I had the narrowest wings of the group. I was brutally fast in a killing dive, much faster than the others. But at the business of endlessly riding wisps of breeze, I was weak. I split off from Marco, circled to the right, and kept my laser focused eyes on Tobias, careful to stay within thought speak range. Okay, this is it, Tobias said. See the big car lot down there? Track left a block. I was catching my first decent breeze, so I soared upward as I searched the ground below. Then I saw it. Left of the car lot. That's a grocery store, right? I asked. I was puzzled. From the air, almost every building just looks like a big rectangle. It looks like they had some kind of fire. Yep. Now look closer, Tobias advised. See the plastic sheet across the left side of the store? Look how the breeze blows it in. See? It looks like the entire left wall was knocked in or something, Rachel said. She was a bald eagle, riding high above me and further west. Exactly, Tobias said. Now, see the parking lot on that side? See the marks? I did. There were several long gouges torn in the blacktop. Long, straight gouges in perfect alignment, pointing right toward the busted wall of the grocery store. A couple dozen workmen seemed to be on the ground, rushing around to erect a plywood wall to conceal the hole. Suddenly, I realized, I guess Marco did too. Oh man, Marco said. Oh man, you'd never notice it from ground level, Tobias said smugly. But from the bird's eye view, it's pretty obvious. Something hit the ground. It was moving fast. It skidded across the grocery store parking lot, hit the wall, plowed inside, and started a fire. I said, Exactamundo, Tobias said. It must have happened late at night, Cassie pointed out. Otherwise, there would have been cars in the parking lot. You still haven't seen the best thing yet, Tobias said. Take a run, one at a time, over the site. Check out who's in charge of the cleanup crew. I flapped hard, turned, flapped harder and shot over the smoke scarred grocery store. I only caught a glimpse of the man who was directing the work crew. I couldn't quite believe what I saw. Chapman? I asked. Chapman. Tobias confirmed. He's been here all day. Chapman is the assistant principal at our school. He's also a high ranking controller, a very important part of the Yerk invasion. Why is the assistant principal from our school suddenly working construction? Cassie asked, adding, as if I couldn't guess. Whatever this is, it must be important, Rachel said. They're working fast. And look, that guy there with the long coat up on the roof? I just caught a flash of a machine gun under his coat. There were 6 or 7 men and women on the roof of the store. They were looking around with the kind of steely, paranoid gaze you see on the faces of the president's Secret Service guys. They're nervous, Cassie agreed. Scared, even. You can see from the way they move, the way they act. Someone screwed something big. God. Okay, I was going good there. I was going good, and then I screwed up a line. Let's start that sentence up again and pretend the last few seconds never ever happened. Someone screwed something up big time, and everyone down there is very afraid. So, what do we do, oh fearless leader? Marco asked. He was asking me. The others like to act as if I'm in charge. I don't think of myself that way. Not really. But, whatever. If it makes them feel better to think I'm the leader, fine. It's just that when people treat you like a leader, you start acting like a leader. And like I said, that means making decisions, even when you're just guessing. Yeah, what's the plan? Rachel asked. Flash! Right in my face! Big, glittering eyes! The only thing shining in the darkness! A muzzle open just enough to show long, curved fangs! The face of an extremely big cat! A mountain lion? Leopard? In a second, it would lunge, open its jaws wide, and flash! Whoa! I yelled. What's the matter? Do you see something? Tobias asked. Jake, I asked you, what's the plan? Rachel said, sounding annoyed. I was back in the air. I was flying. I was in Falconmorph. Below me, I saw the grocery store. But I was totally confused. My mind wouldn't focus on reality. It was still in some jungle I'd never seen, staring into the eyes of a beautiful, deadly predator. What was happening to me? Was I going crazy? I guess we better take a closer look. Huh? I managed to say. Definitely. Let's work up a plan. Let's do it. Rachel said with her usual enthusiasm. Rachel, why is it whenever I hear you say, let's do it, my blood runs cold? Marco asked. Let's see. Because you're a weenie? Rachel speculated. Whatever this is, they're trying to clean it up fast. We have no time. I said, better do this tonight. Oh, Rachel said, tonight? As in tonight? She didn't sound so enthusiastic anymore. Oh, good, Marco said sarcastically. Another rushed, unplanned, last-minute mission. Those always turn out so well. Marco, I thought you don't know the half of it. Because in addition to all the other ways this could go bad, your fearless leader is losing his mind. Of course, I didn't say that. See, when you're the leader, you're not allowed to be crazy. And that's the end of that chapter. Let me drink some of that nice water there. And sorry, near the end where Rachel's like, definitely, let's work up a plan, let's do it. I was, for some reason, my mind's like, oh, that's when she's less enthusiastic than normal. And it's like, actually, no. But this is live and I still have to keep on talking and doing and reading from the book. You can't have like a 10-minute awkward silence of me going, oh, I fucked up. Okay, just for shits and giggles, I'm just going to go back and look at that line again. This is a special treat to you for me trying to improve that because Rachel deserves better from me. So, let's do this. Definitely. Let's work up a plan. Let's do this. Okay, I fixed. You're just going to viewers were going to have to wait a little bit for that correction, but ta-da, it's there. And one of the things I liked about this chapter is something very simple, but I still love it dearly anyways. It's the little conversation between Rachel and Marco. I just love their camaraderie. I just love how they talk with each other because outwardly they're like, fuck you, but then internally they're like, I actually really admire this person. I actually like it. And while I am a Tobias Rachel shipper, I can't disagree with the whole Rachel and Marco shipping crowd because there's just they could have had a good relationship. It might have. My thing though is it wouldn't have been as interesting as Tobias and Rachel, and in fiction, a relationship being more interesting is a little more important than it being stable. And I think I probably said that more than once in my Animorphs dramatic reading. If you've listened to this dramatic reading since day one, please comment below and tell me if this is actually a constant thing I say, because if so, I am extremely sorry. And I like Tobias being enthusiastic, like, look it, I did something. I'm helping this war effort out. I am not useless, because something Tobias has to deal with that since he's stuck in a red-tailed hawk morph, he he can't go on every mission, which makes him feel useless. So him going, "Hey, I found this thing. I'm useful." So yeah. So I liked having him being very enthusiastic, like, "Oh yay, guys, I did something." It's not like he's happy because, oh, there's something horrible going on. It's like, I did something. So yeah. And finally, something this chapter does touch on is, as I said, what will turn out to be the theme of this book, that Jake is struggling with his leadership role. He doesn't consider himself a leader, but he's like, hey, if someone has to be the leader, I guess that's the thing I'll do to just to make everyone else comfortable. And so I decided to, something I'm trying to do for a little bit is to give, since it's the 11th book in the series, the main series, I decided that he's learned how to put on this very strong exterior, so that he can be a good leader, so people will feel confident and will follow him. But internally, he's just as scared as everyone else. So it's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, like internally in his mind, but outwardly he's like, okay, we're going to do this, this, that, and okay, let's do this thing. Okay, we're doing this. So, yeah. And for today's question, actually, I think the sun set. Yeah, sun set. And I closed the blinds because I knew the sun would be setting. Okay. Sun has set, so instead of saying today, I will say tonight. Just need to double check my facts there. Okay, stay shut. So, for tonight's. No, this. I just realized this would have been better at the beginning, like, hey, today, but it's not tonight. Yeah, this is why I'm better with the script, so I can get all this editing out. And then when I read the script, it's like, hey, look at, I actually know something. But anyway, I'll say tonight's video. Actually, this still makes sense. Okay. I'm sorry for everyone having to hear my inner dialogue, because again, I am filming this live and I don't want some random silence. But anyways, for tonight's video's question, I just got so caught up in that stupid subplot that, okay, let's see. Okay, this won't really relate to the chapter, but I don't want an awkward silence, and this has already taken up too much time. So, what bird of prey morph would you choose? And why would you choose it? Would you choose a red-tailed hawk, peregrine falcon, golden eagle? What would you choose? Please comment down below. Also comment why. And remember, you can also comment below on anything else you notice in this chapter. The good, the bad, the ugly. But remember, no major spoilers. I am hoping against hope that people get into this series via these videos, which probably means I really need to start doing really short intros again. Or do you like the longer intros? Comment down below. But because I'm trying to bring in new viewers, not new viewers, but new fans to the Animorphs series, no major spoilers. There are some really big twists and turns throughout this series that would just sort of ruin the initial reading experience, so please don't. And if you have listened to this video and you're like, hey, Animorphs seems like a pretty cool series to get into, where can I buy my very own copy of Animorphs number 11, The Forgotten by K.A. Applegate? Well, everywhere I post this video, I post a link to where you can buy your very own copy of the book. Now, buying it via the links provided will help support the actual creators of the series. Will tell Scholastic that, hey, Animorphs is a property that people are still interested in, still very passionate about. And since I'm a member of the Amazon Associates program, buying it via the link provided will actually help support me and help me be able to continue to create the content I do. Sometimes good, sometimes shitty, but content. Also, remember to like this video if you also had a hectic week. I mean, not like the Animorphs are experiencing with something going on at the Safeway. But, if you also had a hectic week, thumbs up, give yourself a pat on the back for, surviving. Also, remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel because I will be reading not just all of Animorphs number 11, The Forgotten by K.A. Applegate, but also the entire Animorphs series except for Alternamorphs. Fuck those things. So, yeah. And this is Friday, so I hope you have a good weekend. If you did have a very hectic week, I hope the weekend provides you enough time to recover so you can endure whatever next week brings. And I believe tonight is a new moon, so if you're into witchy stuff, just a reminder. I know sometimes I'm like, I'm going to do this on the new moon or this on the full moon, and then I totally forget. So here's your witchy reminder that it's the new moon. So do your thing. And have a good night. I don't have to get this close to the camera. I don't know why. I just started doing this. I'll just continue. Bye!